one who has served. Part 2, a child of two worlds, citizen of the multiverse. July 14, 2014. In my present 6D incarnation as Tazjima Amaria Kumara Vakup, I am a child of two worlds and two civilizations. My mother and father hold high rank in both worlds. I was born on Venus, the home planet of my ascended Lady Master Mother. At the tender age of 3 years old, I started my studies on the home world of my father, the Pleiadian Isle, planet, of Medina on the Isle of Mobena, island continent, and lived in the family compound located in the city of Medina. As Tazjima, along with my mate, we have homes on both planets and living quarters on the White Winds when on duty. A Pleiadian home. Medina is a desert city, much like the Medina located in the Middle East on Earth. Mobena has an intense desert climate, with summer temperatures soaring to as high as 180 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. Night and winter temperatures average about 80 degrees. It can also be quite windy, with blowing sand. Occasionally, tremendous and dangerous electrical storms spark through the skies between the isles, but that only occurs a couple of weeks out of the year. The Pleiadian Isle are much closer to each other than some of the planets in our solar system of Sol. Despite the intense climate, Medina is the location of some beautiful temples, including the Great Shemont, built and sponsored by the Lord of the Pleiades, Lord Adragan. The Syrians have also recently built a beautiful golden pyramid temple, which in size dwarfs the Great Pyramid of Giza, yet is smaller than the huge Shemont. The divine complement of Lord Adragan is the reigning Shekinah at the Shemont. With such an extreme climate, most living dwellings have been largely built underground, with one story at ground level and sometimes going down 3 to 4 levels. The living compound of the Vakup family is a small village in itself, capable of comfortably holding 200 people. Around the ground floor story, there are great walls designed to block the strong winds coming in from the desert. Outdoor living areas are designed with beautiful flower-filled gardens. Large patios, as well as more quiet nooks, are tucked throughout the gardens. Flowing fountains cool the dry desert air. The walls are built of local stone and plaster, and intricate in design, although extremely functional, as well. Meals are taken in a large, simply furnished common room. Sleeping quarters are simple and Spartan. Furnishings are simple. The Pleiadians believe in function, simplicity, cleanliness and beauty, and practice this in their daily lives. More detailed descriptions of the Pleiadian Isles and Medina itself, and the Pleiadian people can be found in the classic books written by Nina Genis about ET civilization, For We Are One, and a Pleiadian in Time. Nina Genis was embodied as a Christed being upon Earth and reascended late in the last century. She was an aspect of the divine complement, or twin flame, of Lord Adragan, the head commander of the Pleiadian star fleet and owner of the great mother ship, the White Winds. Venus, planet of love. When viewed through a large telescope from Earth, 3D Venus appears to be brown, its atmosphere a toxic roil of gas and electrical storms. In contrast, the still physical 4D Venus is a tropical paradise, filled with gardens, forests, flowers, temples, farms, and small cities. Most of its people function at 5D, but Venus has long been a center for the training of great souls of light. It is also a favored vacation spot for citizens from many other starry nations. Its great white marble temples to the Divine Mother also attract many visitors and devotees. Our people are very spiritual and attend simple morning services daily, sending our combined voices up to heaven through song and meditation. The atmosphere of the entire planet is filled with a nurturing love-filled energy. Venus long ago ascended into the light and is primarily at a 4D/5D planet in frequency. Many of the members of the leading families are also highly spiritually evolved, 6D and higher yet. So it is with my family. We have long served under the leadership of our beloved Sanat Kumara. Many of us followed Sanat Kumara to Earth after he made the selfless pledge to bring the planet and its people back into the light after the fall of Lemuria and Atlantis. Under the directive from Lord Krishna, the Lord of Sirius, Sanat Kumara initiated the office of the Christ, so that humanity would have a bridge to cross in order to regain full consciousness. Without this immediate step or level of attainment, humanity would have been lost in the abyss. So great was the gap between human and I Am presence. Sanat Kumara had trained for several thousand years to prepare to become the planetary logos or lord of the world of an entire world, as he would hold within his heart all the souls incarnated upon the planet. His final training took place upon Venus itself. Other evolved souls also have held various offices in the spiritual hierarchy that was created to support the evolutionary process of this one precious world. From his etheric retreat of Shambhala, located above the Gobi Desert, Sanat Kumara held the light and balance for the world until as recently as the year 2000 CE. The office is now held by Ascended Lady Master Kuan Yin. Sanat Kumara never physically incarnated on planet Earth. That role would be undertaken by others in succeeding waves of Christed ones, who came to serve humanity. So the great brotherhoods and sisterhoods of light based on Venus were formed with their members to serve as guiding lights and torch-bearers throughout the oncoming dark night. Those who would hold the light, to guide and teach the people descended in etheric form to the planet's surface, while their divine complements held the balance upon Venus and other home planets and in the many ships of the Galactic Federation of Light stationed within our solar system. Some great souls of light also committed to the task of embodying the Christ energies while living in a physical body. For example, Sananda Kumara sent several of his aspects to Earth to prepare the way for a vehicle that would be suitable to hold these high energies. After a series of lifetimes, he was successful with the one physical aspect that we have come to know as Yeshua bar Joshua, Jesus son of Joseph. Together, these great lords of light, Sanat and Sananda Kumara, and many others not so well known, have worked long to assist the present evolutionary phase of planet Earth. Likewise, the many of the Pleiadian people, especially those who serve in within the ranks on board the ships of the Galactic Federation of Light, have long served the evolution of planet Earth. Why should this be so? Well, a high percentage of human DNA comes from the Pleiadian genome, as the Pleiadians were one of the mother races who seeded humanity upon the planet so long ago. The people of Earth, Venus, and the Pleiades are related. And lest we forget, our magnificent Sirian, Andromedan, Lyran, Arcturian, and other star races, who have also lent their considerable talents and energy to the development of humanity. Hopefully, in the future, I will be able to write more about life on board the great mother ship, the White Winds. I do know that she is huge, extending 3,000 miles and being 40 stories deep. Yes, the ship is nearly as big as the United States. It takes a shuttlecraft to get from one side to another. And she is run on crystal power, clean energy. There are gardens, exercise facilities, meditation rooms, recreation areas, and dining areas, basically everything that makes living in space comfortable. Our leader, Lord Adragan, believes in keeping his crew and visitors happy and busy. My cousin, Rananda Kumara, has written in his blog some about life on the ships. He is currently in the process of reblending with his higher self and reopening up to his 5D senses. He has expressed that currently his experience on board has been dreamlike as his higher self shows him what they are doing. Rananda is not a crew member, but is considered an honored guest and currently serves as a counselor supporting ground crew members. Yes, that means you, folks. Call on him when you feel like you need some assistance. He has a very loving presence. A citizen of the multiverse. While growing up in my father's house in Medina, I grew up with some Syrian children who had, in the ancient tradition of ruling houses, been fostered out to live on another world. Our house being the residence of the Lord of the Pleiades was also the destination for many visitors on diplomatic journeys. Also, I have many cousins, brothers, and sisters who have married into other star systems, so I have relatives scattered throughout the galaxy. As Tazjima, I have ties with many worlds, worlds of wonder and magnificence, but filled with people not unlike ourselves. On all the lighted worlds that I have visited, I have found a shared humanity, with the peace-loving, hard-working citizens of the galaxy. My people, Pleiadian and Venetian, have come to Earth on a mission of peace, to assist the evolution of a young humanity. We consider ourselves as citizens of the galaxy and universe as well as the multiverse, and are desirous that Earth, Gaia, also take her place among the star nations. Only now is humanity approaching adulthood, where its own people who have undergone the ancient spiritual path of ascension, can now take over many of the offices and functions of the spiritual hierarchy of the planet. Since I am new to much of this, there are gaps in my present knowledge and awareness of my homeworlds and of the background of my own higher self, but I've come to understand that as we develop in spiritual attainment, so we gain in wisdom, and as my 5D senses come online, I will be able to communicate more of what I experience there. Wisdom includes knowledge of self, first and foremost. Any wise teacher will tell you that you must first learn about all your foibles, dark and light sides, your self-judgment, your emotions and your thoughts. By applying this knowledge to what you see around you, you begin to understand that people are interconnected. As you grow in love of self, your concept of self grows accordingly. I am still in the growing process and keeping an open mind and heart. And even as I write this story, I am learning new things. There are many stories about how Sanat Kumara came to be Lord of the Earth or planetary logos. One that I read recently, the story of Sanat Kumara, training a planetary logos, dictated by Viwamas, higher self of Sanat Kumara, and channeled by Janet McClure. This story offers up a different version than some of what has been presented above. Understand that our physical minds are not yet capable of understanding the many layers and dimensions of existence. There can be more than one story and one meaning to all that surrounds you. This can perplex the lower mind, but such paradox is reality in the more fluid higher dimensions. Allow yourself to learn and absorb more by keeping an open mind and open heart. And always check within if the material resonates with you at your current frequency level. As you rise in frequency, your understandings will expand and you will be able to more easily access your own inner wisdom. This statement also includes your faithful scribe. My blessings go forth to all who arrive at these pages. Namaste. I am Tazjima Amaria Kumara. The story continues with Part 3, Past Lives. Channeled by Elizabeth Erzesher. BlueDragonJournal.com